you can take that up. Don't you think so?
Which is not any difficult thing, because I love to educate. I love to teach. If the information is made available. When you ask someone to go and read, the question they always ask, where?
Okay, so you can come up with teachings. Okay, you can come up. You have identified a problem as a leader in your diocese. You can start from your parish. Okay.
Maybe as a youth of the diocese, not a leader. Not a leader.
So far as you have taken it upon yourself, you know we are all leaders in a way.
Oh, okay.
Yes,
okay.
You don't necessarily have to occupy a position. No. That's not what I'm talking about. For all you know, they have not seen the problem that you have seen.
All right.
So you have to take that initiative and then let others join you. You never know. You would start as an individual in your parish, and very soon the whole of the diocese will take it up with some education. I want to thank you so much for your time with us. It's been quite interesting, and it's been educative. I like your thoughts and all that you said as far as this particular subject is concerned. Thank you so much for joining me, and I'm so much grateful. When we get back to the University of Ghana, we are going to be talking more on the activities of the World Day celebrations. Thank you so much for your time.
Very grateful.
All right, so we are still live here on Radio Angelos, and we are also live on the Facebook and on YouTube. This is the 4th World Day version of the Ghana version of the World Day celebrations. I am Ernest Senanudovlo, and you have been following this feed. Let us know how you feel about this particular celebrations. As you can see from behind me, lots and lots of young people gathered here for this celebrations from the 19 dioceses and 1 apostolic vicariate of Donkokrom. We have reps from all these places coming together to be a part of this particular celebration. And as we speak now, what is happening is the Marain walk. We are at Atomic Down, and we are going through to Medina. And so if you are watching us, you can send us your thoughts on what we've been discussing so far. On Facebook, we are there as Radio Angelos, and on WhatsApp, it's 055 1300, 055 1300. I want to thank you for your time with us on this particular celebrations, and I want to say thank you to my technicians on duty, Serge, Monsieur JB. We are also assisted in production by Mame Ifo Australia, Catherine Derry, Peter, and also Dogby. I can see Reverend Father Courage Senam Dogby, who is also weaving people as far as the yes, it's so much. Father is here, and he would want well, father is camera shy, so he just ran away. But I would want to invite one of the priests in to share with us his experience so far as this celebrations is concerned. Father, welcome so much, and thanks so much for your time.
Thank you. You're welcome.
Kindly introduce yourself to us.
I'm Father Bo, the acting national chaplain and chaplain for Kumasi province.
All right, Father, first and foremost, tell me about how you received the invitation or the news to be a part of this year's World Day celebrations in Accra.
As usual, the gathering of the youth is a wonderful gathering. It is a celebration that I wish that every youth of Ghana would have taken part, because when we come together like this, it is a shared experience. It is where we come to encounter different cultures, different kind of values, customs that renders on the foundation of our own faith. And so it is a shared faith, It is a shared experience. It is a shared culture. It is a shared value. And it's a gathering that seeks to render itself the support of the Ghanaian youth for development, for future, for our hope. And so this gathering, I am so much happy to be part of this gathering.
Father, since you're talking to us about how happy you are as far as this celebration is concerned, tell us about how meaningful this has been to the people from your archdiocese, for instance.
Yes, from Kumasi Archdiocese, for instance, they have come to experience various cultures from the north, from the south, from the east, and from the west. And it's, as I earlier indicated, it is a kind of shared experience to the extent that if you don't know, you are not visiting a particular region, you come to experience them here, right here. All of us coming together to embrace each other. And for me, I think that this is an experience everybody should go through. It is a unified type.
So, Father, what have you identified or noticed in the Archdiocese of Accra that you are yet to see in your diocese, that you think, in your Archdiocese, that you think that when you go back, yes, this is something that should be replicated in your Archdiocese?
Yes, I think that I have observed that they are working in unity. There is so much growth and development among the youth. They understand their limits. They understand each other. And there is a common and a valued sense of purpose within them. And so you realize there is a common collaboration, and that I think that there is a strength in that which is moving them. And so they have generally performed creditably in the organization, the planning of this whole celebration.
Oh,
yes.
Father, let's talk about the theme of this celebrations. It reads, "Do not be afraid, Mary, for you have found favor with God." And this is taken from Luke chapter 1 verse 30. Father, what can you tell us about this theme for the celebrations? I mean, is it an appropriate theme for this particular celebration?
It is, because our youth of our contemporary Ghana are so much filled with fear, to the extent that the given talents, the gift they have, that creative gift, that innovative gift, they are being shed off because of fear. And so this theme is to urge them, motivate them to come out of themselves, to embrace the numerous challenges confronting the youth, the various vices, the menaces that seems insurmountable. They should come out boldly, courageously, to confront them, so that we now become part of the transformation process. And at the end of the day, we can boldly say that we are part of it. We are not just passers, but we are active participators of this whole change. That is why this theme is one of the best, especially for this year, encouraging the youth to stand up, to rise up and take upon their own destiny and forge ahead for a common goal and a change.
Father, has it come to your notice that many of the young people in the Catholic Church are moving away because of what they call the lack of action in the Catholic Church? Has it come to your notice?
Yes, that is what we normally hear. You see, when it comes to that, what happens is that, yes, you ask yourself, what is that action? What is that change that they are asking? But the change should come from the youth themselves. We have said time and again that why can't we come out with our own contemporary ideas? Why can't the youth now bring out their gifts of creation, innovation, so that that change that they are looking for, that is not being sought for or are seen in the Catholic Church, for which has been taking them away, they can stay. Whilst they are the motivators, they are the creators, they are the innovators of this change. So this is the question I am asking our youth. It is not about going out. The more you go out, the more we come in. You go out, you end up nowhere, and then you come back. But we will urge our youth to stay. This is their church. This is where they belong. And they need to identify themselves in the church by coming out of themselves courageously to fill the gaps with what they have. And I'm telling you, the youth of today have so much. They have so much per their studies, per their gifts, their strength, their knowledge, whatever they have. We asking them, encouraging them to use them, put them at the disposal of the church, and the church will be theirs. So it is about time the youth own the church so that they can say, this is our church, where we have expressed our faith, where we now receive our God-given talent, where we receive our blessings, and then with faith, we all move together and express the kingdom of God here on earth.
Father, I am sure many of the youth have actually come out with some of these ideas, but were not, were discouraged because of perhaps they being seen as, let me use the word, too known. You are not a priest. Why are you trying to come up with ideas and all that? I mean, don't you think that it is time that we put in place a welcoming system to do what I call an opinion pool of the young people, where a database is created for ideas to be collected from all over the country so that some of these changes could be implemented in the church?
Yes. As you rightly mentioned, the church from the last year, if you happen to be at Sunyane for the Pastoral Congress, gave some time for the youth to express themselves, for the church to know what the youth will want to also bring on board, to show that the developmental process of the church, the youth are also part of it. And therefore, indeed, there are so many hindrances per the church tradition in terms of growth, in terms of development, where the youth want to express themselves. Unfortunately, at some various levels of our churches' programs, they are not given the opportunity. But in this case, as you mentioned, the opinion pool, yes, it is one of the factors or the tools that the church would want to use to sample the various views and see the difficulties and the challenges where we can stem from, and then we know where the youth fits for them to work and own the church. So it is something that we are considering, and it has been considered. And from the Gansek level, this is one of the tools that we're going to use to ensure that the youth of Ghana takes part in the growth and development of the church.
All right, so you're still watching the live streaming of the Marain Walk of the 4th Ghana version of the World Youth Day celebrations taking place in the Archdiocese of Accra. And I'm having an interaction with Father Boa from the Archdiocese of Kumasi, and he has been sharing with me thoughts on the development of the church and what the role of the youth is in the church and all that. Father, finally, I want you to share a thought with us. We are having the 4th Ghana version of the World Youth Day celebrations, and we have the youth from all over the country coming together here in Accra in spirit, and to actually grow in spirit, and to also come together to help grow the church. What are your words for those watching us live across the world?
Yes, my dear youth out there, it is a greatest privilege to be part of this celebration. If you are not part of this celebration and you are watching it live or listening live on this
Radio
Angelus, then you are blessed. The Church Ghana, the youth of Ghana, and the most especially the Catholic youth of Ghana will want to express a huge change. We want to embrace a challenge. We want to form part of the transformation process that is underway. We want to make sure that our society now embrace whatever talent that has been given to you. We are calling upon each and every one with all the good
ideas you have, bring them on board, and we will sample them and then sieve out the best. Then we grow and develop as a seed so that we own our church, we own our society, we own our country, and we will now form part of the transformation process. It is our time. We cannot renege. It is our time. We are moving forward, and we will never look back. We pray for all the youth in Ghana, and we also pray for all the youth in the world, and we pray that God will touch all of us, and us, we are motivated courageously to come out. We will do so that we will be part of the prosperity when they mention our names. May God bless all of us.
Thank you so much, Father, for that wonderful words of encouragement and exhortations. And this is where I want to say thank you.
Thank you
for your time with us on Radio Angelus, which this particular event is also streamed live on Facebook and then on YouTube. You heard Father Boa from the Catholic Archdiocese of Kumasi talking to us so, courageously about the youth participation. Now, all he's saying is that yes, you have a voice as a young person. What you have to do is to find a better way to actually let your voice be heard, and then yes, it will be embraced towards the development of the church in Ghana. I want to thank you so much for your time with us on Radio Angelus, and also on we are actually streaming live on YouTube and then also on Facebook. But it looks like some people are already tired, and but well, we're still working for God, and we are working. Thank you so much, Monsieur JB and Monsieur Serge, for the technical assistance in our how do I call that now? OB, a very improvised outside broadcast vehicle moving around, and we are coming your way live from Medina. We're still live on the 4th Ghana version of the World Day celebrations, the Marain walk, and you can see behind me young people who have come together to journey with our Mother Mary, reciting the rosary and all that. You can send us your contributions on WhatsApp at 055 1300 055 1300. On Facebook, we are also there as Radio Angelus, and this is where I actually want to take a breather. We will come back with some more interactions on this particular dial. Thank you so much for your time, and don't go away. I hope that you stay with us live here on Radio Angels, and also live on our Facebook page, and then also on our YouTube page. Some of the questions, if there's anything that you would want us to answer, why not? There are lots of priests around. The bishops are also around. Very soon, my producers are working so hard so that we could get some 1 or 2 bishops so we can talk to. So send us your questions. Tell us what you want us to ask on your behalf about the faith, about what we are doing as the 4th Ghana version of the World Day celebration. It's significant. Perhaps you think that it's not even necessary that we come here in the first place. Send us your thoughts, send us your questions, and we'll come back and then help you with answers. Thank you so much. I'm Ernest Senanudovlo. When I return, there's more on the 4th Ghana version of the OD Day celebration. Thank you so much, and don't go away.
Jesus, be so kind as to show us the promised one.
At Bethlehem she bore her son and gave and poor and humble was the place where angel hosts did sing.
She will show us the promised one. She will show us the promised one. Oh, Mother of Jesus, be so kind as to show us the promised one. Jesus did a wondrous thing. His kindness filled that place.
She will show us the promised one. She will show us the promised one. Oh, Mother of Jesus, be so kind as to show us the promised one.
She will show us the promised one. She will show us the promised one. Oh, Mother of Jesus, be so kind as to show us the promised one. Gentle care.
Marain, lovely flower, beauteous bud of Eden bar, cherished lily of the vale, Virgin Mother, Queen we hail.
On this day, oh beautiful mother, on this day we give thee our love. Near thee, Madonna, fondly we love, trusting thy gentle care to prove. Queen of heaven, Virgin most fair, Mary most gentle, lives to our prayer. Mother, protect us, aid to solace in sorrow, rest with the night, send in our slumber peace from above, shine on us ever bright star of love. Though night be lonely, why should we fear? While thy song beaming, shineth so near, leading us gently mid-darkling blue, beckoning us onwards to our true home. Soon may the morrow of endless day gaze the journey visions of night away. Waft our spirits to heaven's bright shore, where we may love thee and rest evermore. Daily, daily, sing to Mary, sing my soul, her praises due. All her feats, her actions worship, with the heart's devotion true. Lost in wandering contemplation, be her majesty confessed. Call her mother, call her virgin, happy mother.
worship with the heart's devotion true.
Lost in wandering contemplation, be her majesty confessed.
Call her mother, call her virgin, happy mother, virgin blessed.
She is mighty to deliver. Call her trust, her loving me. When the tempest rages round thee, she will calm the troubled sea. Gift of heaven she has given, noble lady to our race. She the queen who decks her subjects with the light of God's own grace.
She is mighty to deliver, call her trust, her loving me. When the tempest rages round me, she will calm the troubled sea.
Gifts of heaven she has given, noble lady to our race.
She the queen who decks her subjects with the light of awesome grace, with the light of God's own grace, with the light of God's own grace.
Vision bright, the land of light, beams glowingly beyond the sky. Mid heavenly fires, love angel choirs, Mary our mother reigns on high. Mary our mother reigns on high. Vision bright, the Father's mind, all round his daughters throne of light. There in the barn of faith
Is the Queen of Peace Catholic Church Medina. We have taken the walk all the way from the University of Ghana to the Queen of Peace Catholic Church in Medina, and you can see happy young people singing and dancing. What we're going to have is the adoration quite shortly in the chapel, but yes, you can see from their demeanor and all that, quite excited young people here at the fourth version of the celebrations. Let me welcome you and say thanks so much for joining us. Why do you sound very excited?
I'm so excited because God has done miracles in my life.
And what miracles do you want to share with us?
Yeah, when I came here, my brother was blind. But he called me that he's blind. And I prayed, what a blessing. His eyes are open.
Your brother was blind.
I'm praying for him. So I'm praying for him. God will heal you.
You mean your brother called you that he is blind, and he called you to tell you that, and then you said, okay, I'll pray for you, and within 2 hours he called back.
And when I prayed for 2 hours, he called me back that he cannot see, and I give glory to God. That was yesterday.
Thanks so much, and we give glory to God indeed, and thanks so much for joining us. But let me just join some of the young people here. And what they are doing here is singing and shouting the drama and all. So you can see them having fun right here. Yes.
Everybody blow your trumpet. Everybody blow your trumpet. Shout Jehovah! Shout Jehovah! Shout Jehovah! Shout Jehovah! Oseye! 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 Oh my God, I'm Oseye! 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 Elijah,
hearty welcome once again to Radio and this our live cut, the fourth Ghana of the World Youth Day celebrations taking place in the Archdiocese of Accra. We have come all the way from the University of Ghana to the Queen of Peace Catholic Church in Medina, and this is where we are ending the rosary prayers here. This is where we end the rosary prayers for the fourth Ghana version of the World Youth Day celebration. It's been the Marain walk all the way from the University of Ghana to the Queen of Peace Catholic Church in Medina. I have Sister Abeta Ravels with me, and she will be talking to us about the Marain walk that we just had. Sister, how important is the Marain walk? how important is the Marain walk? Why do we even decide to come on a Marain walk? We could have just stayed at the University of Ghana and maybe had a talk or something, but we decided to walk all the way from the University of Ghana to Prince Queen of Peace Catholic Church in Medina.
It's part of the spiritual exercise.
All right, so yes, a spiritual exercise. We have come. I understand that we are ending the Marain walk here, and what is happening currently is some raises going on, and so from there we are going back to the University of Ghana.
Adoration. After the adoration, then we will float back to the university.
Okay. So we are going back. Is this still going to be a Marain walk, or how do we call it?
It's a float.
A float.
That will not be a prayerful manner. We will not say the rosary. We'll go back in a float.
That'll be more of a drama something. All right, thank you so much, sister, for your time, and I do appreciate your time with me on Radio Angelus. We're also live on YouTube and on Facebook. I have with me one of the young people who will soon be ordained priests in the Archdiocese of Accra here at Queen of Peace Catholic Church in Medina. Now, Reverend, I want you to share with me how significant is the Marain walk being a part of the 4th Ghana version of the World Youth Celebration.
Thank you very much. I think that this walk has been very significant in that as we were walking, many people were asking, who are these people? And it was an opportunity to tell the world what we are made of as Catholics, and that we would also be able to tell them that we have a mother who intercedes for us. And this woman is a special woman, and she is our mother Mary. And in fact, this walk has been very unique in that people have wondered whether there were so many youth in the Catholic Church. But then I think seeing the numbers, even the place is already crowded, and yet many more are here to join us in a long procession. So I think this procession has been very fruitful, and I think we should have more of this.
You have been a part of the 4th Ghana version of the World Youth Day celebrations. What have been your impressions so far?
For me, I think this should be something we should be encouraged, because the enthusiasm and the joy you see in the faces of many of the youth is so encouraging. And so I urge all those in charge to do well, to always and every time continue this program, because for all you are touching many souls.
All right, thank you so much for your time. And what is your ordination taking place?
And the Holy Spirit.
So we are actually inviting all of us to come be with you in prayer, right?
Sure, exactly.
We wish you well, and we must say we are proud, and of course we're praying for you. Thank you so much for your time. And so you heard one of the young people who will soon be ordained priest for the Catholic Archdiocese of Accra. We're still live streaming the 4th Ghana version of the World Youth Day celebrations, and what you are seeing here is a display of culture here at the Queen of Peace Catholic Church, Medina. You can see people from the northern part of the country sharing with us what. Let me just talk to one gentleman. Good afternoon, and you are welcome.
Thank you.
What is happening? What is this dance called?
Yeah, this dance is a traditional dance from the Upper East region. The Frafra. This is Frafra dance.
What's the name of this dance?
This dance is called Frafra. So in Frafra we call it Sinyara. But we have transformed the original dance into gospel. So now we are singing gospel songs as of now.
Okay, so tell me, what are the words being sung now?
Yes, the one of the songs is that the day has come that we are happy and we need to glorify God for our lives. The second song was that we have to thank God for the gift of life that He has given to us. We have no alternative than to give God the glory, the honor. He deserves it.
You haven't told me your name. What's your name?
My name is Anyorga Kingsford Asa, I'm from the Upper East region of Ghana, Natunia.
And which of the diocese?
Navro Bolgatanga diocese. In the parish is Mothers of Uganda parish.
Mothers of Uganda. So tell me, how do you see this celebration? I mean, you have been a part of the celebration since week. What are your impressions? How do you feel?
We are so happy because most of the times we do being afraid of what's happening in this world. But because we the whole of the week that we have studied here, we have got to realize that we need not to be afraid of the things that happen in the world. Our team was written that men do not fear, for you have seen it. So it is now in we shouldn't get what is happening in the world, particularly in Ghana, but we should have courage. So as I am speaking, most of the things that I was in doubt with, now I have the courage to work with confidence and then to make sure that what was wrong, I should put it into the right position.
Thank you so much for your time, and we are much grateful that you joined us. Thank you so much. And so that was one of the youth of the Bolgatanga diocese telling us about how excited he is to have been a part of this World Youth Day celebration. So what is happening here is what I can call, we are ending the rosary prayers with praises and also with some cultural debate going on here at the Queen of Peace Catholic Church in Medina. Queen of Peace Catholic Church in Medina. And what is happening is the fourth Ghana version of the World Youth Day celebrations. I want to have an interaction with one of my colleagues here who Koje Sami. I'm actually coming to talk to one of my friends who have been part of the celebrations since Wednesday, I should think. Good afternoon and welcome.
Good afternoon, thank you.
Yes. What's your name?
I'm Kodmensa Samuel.
What are your impressions as far as this celebration is concerned?
I think it's been great. It's been very educative. Since Wednesday, the talks that they've been giving us about leadership, about marriage, about business, and about, I think we had one talk on Google training. So I think it has been very educative so far. And then with this one that you're having here too, I think you're also getting much greater. So I think, you know, in a nutshell, it's a great thing that we've gathered here.
Could you, I mean, let's talk. You know, you have been in the media space for quite some time, and you have been attending youth programs every now and then. What would you say is the, okay, let me put the question this way. How would you grade the involvement of the youth in all the activities that we've having so far?
I think this is very superb because we can see from a level of youth, we can see everybody around. Everybody is getting involved in the program that we have here. And I think it's great. It's great, you know. I can see, even I saw one old lady around, and I think she doesn't feel like an old lady, but she feels an old a youth person. So I think it's very great. It's a very great, and this one is more than.
So what do you have for the young people and even those who are older than us and watching us live across the world? What do you have to tell them?
Please, if you have not yet made mind to come around, please join us. It's never too late. We are just a Legon, so please, wherever you are, make time and come around. We are still waiting for you. That's what I would tell them.
All right, thank you so much for your time, Kojo Mensa. So I have with me one participant, one pilgrim, who I'll be talking to quite shortly. Good afternoon. What's your name?
Sandra.
Sandra, which diocese are you from?
Tamale diocese.
Tamale diocese. Tell us a bit about the Tamale diocese. Who is your archbishop?
Our archbishop is Philip Name.
Moshe and Philip Name.
Yes, please.
Tell me about the involvement of the youth in the activities of the church.
I involve in so many ways. We have the singing ministry. We have the singing ministry who help in all our singing activities. We also have the drummers who help us when we are singing and all that, and the liturgical committee, which also help us during our mass celebrations.
All right. Are you tired? You've been walking from the University of Ghana all the way to Queen of Peace Catholic Church.
But I think that it's We are here to adore Mary, so it's really worth it.
All right. So are you going to participate in the rest of the programs for the day? You are going to sleep at 10 p.m.
Yes, we have to participate because that is what we came here for. So we really participate.
Oh, you want to say hello to some people watching us?
Okay, I'd like to say hello to my family, internally, the Tomdar family, and all my friends from Ola Cathedral Parish.
All right, thank you so much for your time. And we do
thank you.
hope that you have a successful event. Yeah, so I'll talk to some of my friends here as well who have come all the way. I don't know where they're coming from. I'll be talking to them. Good afternoon. Your name and where you're coming from?
I'm Gladys from Koforidia.
From the Koforidia Dance?
Yeah.
Can they look through the camera for me? Yes. What are your impressions about this first Ghana version of the World Day celebration?
It's very, very nice, and I'm happy to be part of this World Youth Day Ghana version.
All right. So, do you think that this has impacted you positively? You came here. Do you think that you have actually had anything impacted on your life? Share with me.
Yeah.
Share with me.
Okay, this place has been very, very happy place, and we are really enjoying to meet other people from other places.
All right. So, what do you have to tell those who are not able to join us but are watching us live across the world? What do you have to tell them?
Okay, next year they have to be part of this program because this program is very, very entertaining and it's very good.
All right, thank you so much for your time, and we do hope that you have a successful event. So we're still live here at the Queen of Peace Catholic Church, and we have, very excited people who are here to talk to us. Hello. Well, it's quite interesting that people are running away from the camera, but don't worry, we're still live here at the Queen of Peace Catholic Church, where we are rounding up the Marain walk at the Queen of Peace Catholic Church. It's the fourth Ghana version of the World Youth Day celebrations here at Medina Queen of Peace Catholic Church. I have with me a gentleman who I'll be talking to quite shortly. Good afternoon, and you most welcome to Radio Angelos.
Good afternoon.
We are actually live on Facebook, we are live on YouTube, and we are also live on radio. What are your impressions as far as this year's World Youth Day celebrations is concerned?
Oh, it's very exciting. This is my first time of being to Accra. And when I came, I learned a lot of things, spiritual, physical, and it has helped me especially. As we just come to this place, it boosts my morals. So I have got faith, strong faith in the church, and I have got strong in my physical aspect too. Yeah, I learned a lot of things.
All right, thank you so much for your time. I hope that you have a successful event. Yes. So currently we have the Apostolic Administration, the Mabako.
Nobler rose in thee, nobler rose in thee.
His love he nourished, warmth that gave increase to the root whence flourished our eternal peace, our eternal peace.
Thus His place prepared, He who all things made, made His creatures tarry in Thy bosom.
a hearty welcome once again to a live broadcast of the Marain Walk, which just ended here at the Queen of Peace Catholic Church, Medina. We are heading back to the University of Ghana for the rest of activities, and as you can see, we have a large number of young people following us, and we also have some people ahead of us. And what is happening currently is the float back to the University of Ghana. I want to interact with some people who I'm working with here. Sir, good afternoon.
Afternoon.
Yes, your name and which diocese you are coming from?
My name is Francis Kofi. I come from Gosu Diocese.
Gosu Diocese. Are you any just say what I say now?
Oh, I am the Prigana Kama. The Yammer is our Bia Koto Tiamaye.
See, Oba say no, maybe na who can know saying.
Oh, I good. Bibia phrase the Bia Kama. The Yammer is our Bia Koto Tiamaye.
Okay. Then I tell who shares activity way more.
Oh, sir, we are sorry you to for the yard. They do so Nicolas influence when you come near Baconia. Man, you're afraid. Did you actually buy?
Then now walk at share after 4 years for our mutians.
Oh, the catcher man say the Yammer so our boy might be a barrier. Name next time be and ring us and come on your back on and question. Be a busy and your question home and I was on your come.
Yeah, that's baby now. Yes, Empire the mall. All right, and so that was one of the pilgrims from the Gosu Diocese who tells me about how excited that he is to be a part of this Wadu Day celebrations in the Catholic Archdiocese. I also talk to some young people quite shortly. Yes, so can I talk to you for a moment, please? Yes, your name and which diocese you coming from?
I'm Destino Paul from Koredia Diocese.
The Koredia Diocese. When did you arrive in Accra?
I arrived here on the 28th. That was on a Friday.
On Friday, 28th of July.
Of July, yes.
And how has it been for you? How has it been for you?
It has been so great, so spirit-filled, and we are happy to be here. It's one of the great occasions that I think every youth must partake in.
All right, so let's talk about the spirituality and all that. Do you think that this has been helpful to the spiritual growth of the young person?
I think for every individual as a young person, it has been a power-packed and then a spirit-filled program, a week-long program that I think that for the whole wide world, for our nation Ghana, youth must partake in, and I believe that we have been increased in faith, and then we'll do well to keep it as such.
So going back to the Koredia Diocese, what new thing are taken back to the Koredia Diocese?
I have a story to tell.
Tell me that story before you go there.
I have a story to tell.
Tell me.
One good thing I like about this program is the fact that we have all, if not all, but most of our bishops present. And then the catechetical side or section of the Catholic faith was being given to us. It's a message which we are sending back home so that we will tell our fellow parishioners, fellow youth, and then those who have left the Catholic Church to know the things and then come back and worship with us, because this church is the mother church and we are the youth and we are the nation Ghana. Thank you.
So what is that story that you are taking back to Korea? I don't want to share that story with me.
I think you have realized the story, you have heard of the story, and then I think that it will be best for someone who doesn't know this story to hear it.
I have not heard about this. Oh, you've already told me the story.
I think you have been here for quite some time now.
Well, so yes, but we are all looking at things from different perspectives. So wow. Perhaps you have identified something that I have not.
Oh, okay. There are a lot of things that I have identified as a youth. I think one, I was inspired by the seminars we had, catechising some of the things I didn't know about the Catholic Church to be frank with you. And then I had the opportunity of meeting some of the bishops of which I have not met before. And those are stories that I am going to tell people outside. And then the number of people here, wow, amazing. It's a
amazing number, right?
Yeah, amazing number.
Okay.
Yes.
So when we leave here on Sunday after Mass, are you going to miss this whole ceremony? Are you going to miss it?
I wish it was a month program so that we can still stay around and then have the spiritual aspect and then the music and everything, seeing our bishops around, teaching us about the Catholic faith, giving us business seminars and then health talks. I think that I would like to stay back and enjoy the rest. But since it has to come to an end, I will take it like that. And then I will hope to come for another World Youth Day, which will be organized somewhere else. I don't know yet, of which will be told. Thank you.
All right, thank you so much for your time.
Thank
and
you too.
We do hope
Thank
that
you
you enjoy the rest of the activities.
All right.
And if you remember anything that you want to share with us, kindly come back and I'll welcome you. Thank you so much. So that was a pilgrim from the Koforidua Diocese who has been sharing with me his impressions on the 4th Ghana version of the World Youth Day celebrations. It's not been all fun. Yes, we having spiritual activities. We are having, yes, fun, but we are also trying to grow spiritually. And as part of that, this afternoon we had a Marain walk from the University of Ghana to the Queen of Peace Catholic Church in Medina. So now what we having is the fourth. Ahead of me is the brass band music, which is ahead. So yes, yes, so if you can see from ahead, what's in your view now is enthusiastic young people singing and drumming. Yes, to the glory of God. Singing and drumming to the glory of God. I have with me a young man who I would interact with quite shortly. Good afternoon, your name please.
Please, my name is Peter Aibo from North Congo, Bolgatanga Diocese.
Peter, tell me about your participation in the 4th Ghana version of the World Youth Day celebrations. How did it get to you? Why are you here in the first place?
Okay, this is my first time of participating in a program like this, but I realized that there's a bit of encouragement us, and for what I'm seeing, I think it will really touch the youth in the Catholic Church positively. So my participating here,
I like to give what you gave to me, mother, sweet mother of mine. Mother, you gave me happiness, much more than words can say. I thank the Lord that He may bless you every night and every day. and I can walk straight all of my own. I like to give you what you gave to me, mother, sweet mother of mine. Mother, sweet mother of mine.
Salve Regina,
Mater misericordiae, vita dulcego, esses nostra salve. A te clamamus, et soles venire, a te suspiramus, gementes et flentes, in ad lacrimarum vale. Eoe advocata nostra, ios tuos misericordes oculos, ad nos converte. Et Iesum benedictum fructum ventris tui, nobis post hoc exilium ostende. O clemens, O pia, O dulcis Virgo Maria.
Mary, Immaculate, Star of the morning, chosen before the creation began, destined to bring through the light of your dawning, conquest of Satan, the rescue to man. And from your throne, at the voice of our crying, look to the south, where your footsteps have trod. Stretch out your arm to us, living and dying. Mary, Immaculate, Mother of God. We sinners honor your sinless perfection, fallen and weak, for God's mercy we need. Grant us the shield of your mighty protection, measure your aid by the depth of our need. And from your throne, at the voice of our crying, look to this earth, where your footsteps have gone. Stretch out your arms to us, living and dying. Mary, Immaculate, Mother of God. Mary, Immaculate, Mother of God.
Proclama mi alma la grandeza del Señor. Se alegra mi espíritu en Dios mi Salvador.
As I kneel
sacred image, with those eyes so sadly sweet, Mother of perpetual succor, see us kneeling at thy feet. In thine arms thy child thou bearest, source of all thy joy and woe. What thy bliss, how deep thy sorrow, Mother, thou alone canst know.
On thy face he is not gazing, nor on us his turned his glance. For his anxious smoky faces, on the cross
I told you, sir.
We go some.
Go gaga go.
I go some.
Gaga go.
What do you do? I go some.
Go gaga go.
Every day I go some.
Go gaga go. Go gaga go.
Joseph, oh Joseph, oh Mary, oh Mary, oh Mary, oh Mary, no Mary, no Mary, no Mary, oh Mary, no Jesus, oh Jesus, no Jesus, 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 oh Jesus, Jesus, oh Jesus, Jesus, oh Jesus, 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 no Jesus, 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 oh no Mary, no Mary, no Mary, no Mary, no Mary, no Mary, no Joseph, Mary, no Mary, Mary, oh Mary, oh Mary, oh Mary, Mary, no Jesus, Jesus, no Jesus, Jesus, no Jesus, 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 oh Jesus, 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 no Jesus, Jesus, no Jesus, Jesus, no Jesus, Unapo, Jesus, Unapo, na Jesus, Unapo, na Jesus, Unapo, oh Jesus, Unapo, na Jesus, Unapo, Winner, Unapo, Winner, Unapo, na Mary, Unapo, Mary, Unapo, oh 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 Mary, na Joseph, Unapo, Joseph, Unapo, Joseph, Unapo, Joseph, Unapo, Joseph, Unapo, oh 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 Yesu, Unapo, oh Yesu, Unapo, oh Yesu, Unapo, oh Yesu, Unapo, Yesu, 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 Unapo, oh Yesu, Unapo, oh Yesu, Unapo, Yesu, oh Yesu, Unapo, oh Yesu, na Mary, Unapo, Mary, na Mary, Unapo, Mary, Unapo, Mary, Unapo, Mary, Mary, Unapo, Mary, oh Mary, Unapo, Mary, Unapo, Mary, Unapo, Mary, oh Mary, Unapo, Mary, Unapo, Mary, Unapo, Mary, oh 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 Mary, Unapo, Mary. Yesu, Yesu, I say Yesu, I say Jesus, I say Yesu, I say Jesus, oh 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 Jesus. Oh Jesus, 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 oh Yesu, oh Yesu, oh Mary, Mary, oh Mary, 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 oh Mary, Mary, oh Mary, Mary.
And so we're still live on the fourth Wadi Legon version. And what we're on now is the float.
There's no microphone.
song, another thing, let me show.
Mother of Jesus, be so kind to show us the promised one.
taking place in the Catholic Archdiocese of Accra and the University of Ghana, to be specific. What is happening currently? A float coming back all the way from Medina, Queen of Peace Catholic Church, and we are back on campus and we head straight to the event ground and we will continue the activities over there. Of course, I have with me and who
I'm too excited. My name is Randy Smith from Whole Diocese.
From the Whole Diocese?
Yeah.
Tell us a bit about the Whole Diocese.
The Whole Diocese is one of the dioceses in the... It's part of the Archdiocese of Accra. And our bishop, SVD Emmanuel Kufufian. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Tell us about how excited you are to be a part of this celebration.
I am very excited because this is a good platform for all Catholic youth to interact, to mingle and to socialize.
All right.
It's a good platform for networking, not only for those who are working, but students as well.
So anything that you would want us to improve as far as this celebration is concerned, anything that you have observed that you think that next time shouldn't go that way?
Yeah, I think the education aspect, the extension should be, the contact time should be increased, because it helps a lot. Like this morning, for instance, when we were doing a health talk, the facilitator was not giving much time to talk to us or explain things, which got some of us bored. Because we are here to learn, and when they are teaching, and the time is being, it's not good, or there's not much time, then I think it's not the best.
All right. Would you say that coming for the World Youth Day has impacted your life positively?
It does in so many ways. This is not the first time coming, so I am impressed about this one too. The first was in Cape Coast, but this one is also a blast. So I hope coming here to be much better than this one.
What do you have for those watching us live?
Oh, I want to tell them the church, the Catholic Church, and these are we are not future leaders, we are present leaders of the Catholic Church. So if you are a prodigal son or daughter of the Catholic Church, it's better you come back home, because this is a mother church. So all are welcome back home.
All right. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you.
We appreciate.
And let's enjoy the rest of the program.
Sure. And so that was one of the pilgrims of this year's World Youth Day celebrations here at the University of Ghana. I have with me another pilgrim who would introduce himself to us shortly. Your name and then the diocese that you belong to.
My name is Andrew Edubenson from the Archdiocese of Accra, St. Francis Xavier Parish, Kotobabi.
Tell me about how impressed you are to be a part of this celebration.
Well, I must say, I'm so happy to be part of this year World Youth Day Ghana version. Started last week during the mission days. I've learned a lot, and I've also increased my faith in what I've also learned. Sure, because what I can say is that my sisters out there who for 2 reasons couldn't make it, they miss a lot. Oh, I want to tell my sisters out there, that's the mother of the church. It's when it comes to the liturgy and the faith, the church has its own. So, shouldn't be deceived by any denomination that the Catholic Church loses or are saying that you are living the you can testify the number of youth here for this year Youth Day. Oh, my brother.
This event successful.
Well, I think I will recommend the planning committee for good work done, and also, well, there are some little lapses that, for me, I was looking forward that the next edition will be much improved, better than this.
Can you share those things with us? What are you expecting that we improve on?
The challenge is that during the mission days, you could remember the diocese and archdioceses were grouped in the various deaneries, and some of the deaneries were having challenges to accommodate them and all these stuffs, and it was. But that's what I see as a minus. Aside from that, all is good.
Thank you so much for your time with us. We do
welcome, brother.
All right. And so you just had a pilgrim of the What You Day, fourth Ghana version of What You Day celebrations of the university, live from the University of Ghana. And if you are watching us, we are live on Facebook and also on YouTube, and we are also live on Radio Angels. Let me welcome to country position my boss Buju himself. He has been playing a very technical role, being a member of the committees putting this whole event together.
So just as Energy said, I am responsible for the coordination of the events, most especially this Marain walk, and we should have passed through the principal streets of Legon through Madina Songo, and then we move all the way to Queen of Peace. But we realized that there was too much traffic on the road, so we decided to change the route from Atomic through a rolling circle to Queen of Peace, and we are back here again because we have adoration this evening, so we need to do that quickly.
All right, Buju, your general impressions about this whole celebration. What are your impressions?
Well, I'm overwhelmed. So I'm very surprised at the way the youth are enjoying themselves. You can see for yourselves, there's so much fun and joy here. That should tell you that the Catholic Church is vibrant and it's not all about what people think.
All right. So I have with me the name and then which diocese you are from.
You are Alpha and Omega. We worship you, our Lord. Sing it again. You are Alpha and Omega. We worship you, our Lord. You are worthy to be praised. We give you all the glory. We give you all
Allez.
In the